early hours of New Year's Day in Milan's Piazza del Duomo, a 19-year-old British student named Imogen faced a horrific ordeal while celebrating with friends. Surrounded by a crowd estimated at 30 to 40 strangers, she was suddenly assaulted by an organized group of men who seemed to take pleasure in her distress. Imogen was on holiday with two male friends from England and had joined a group of 6 Belgians they met during their travels. The evening had been filled with laughter and anticipation for the fireworks, but as midnight approached, the atmosphere turned sinister. While moving through the crowd to find a restroom, Imogen first encountered a man attempting to grope her. Returning to her group, she and her female friends shared feelings of unease as they too were touched inappropriately. As the countdown to the new year began, the group's attention was diverted by the festivities, providing an opportunity for the attackers. Without warning, Imogen was grabbed from behind, separated from her friends, and subjected to a brutal assault. Men held her arms, preventing her from defending herself, while others groped her and attempted to lift her dress. She heard one man mention rape, intensifying her panic. In the chaos, she fought back fiercely, resulting in cuts and bruises, with an unknown liquid thrown at her, stinging her eyes and nose. Amidst her struggle, she heard the screams of another woman, a friend from her group, being assaulted nearby. The collective panic helped them momentarily escape the grasp of their attackers. However, locating police proved challenging, as there appeared to be no immediate law enforcement presence in the area during the celebration. Upon finding officers after the crowd dispersed, Imogen initially received a dismissive response, but her visible injuries and the severity of the incident prompted a more serious reaction. Officers took her statement, and she learned from a female officer that such attacks by groups of Bangladeshi men were a known issue, though Imogen emphasized that this was not about religion or political activism. She has since returned to the UK, resuming her studies, and is determined to set the record straight, debunking myths about the attackers' motives. She refuted claims that the assailants carried Palestinian flags, condemning attempts to politicize her trauma. The evil we experienced that night was the absolute absence of religion, she stated, clarifying that the assault was devoid of any ideological motivation, but was instead an act of disrespect and opportunism. Imogen's ordeal has sparked discussions on safety, the need for better policing during large public events, and the debunking of victim-blaming narratives. She continues to advocate for awareness and unity against such acts of violence, ensuring her experience does not fuel division, but rather calls for collective action.